Let us now look at the method of addition with carryover with the help of this place value mat. To begin with, give me a number. What number will you give me now? 345. Okay. This is a 3-digit number, 345. Which TLM should I be using first? Let us start with the base 10 block. All right. In 345, how many hundreds are there? Here I have 5 hundreds. Now, how many hundreds should I keep here? 3 hundreds. 1, 2, 3 hundreds. 45. Here we have done that earlier. So 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, and 4 tens. 5 units. So 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, 4 units, 5 units. Can you give me another number to be added? 267. Okay, 267 it is. 200 means we have to place 2 green plates. 60 means how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. How many units are there? 7 would mean 7 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. We should be adding all these things. How should we do it? To do addition, we should start from the units place, correct? What happens when we start from the units place? When all the yellow cubes in the units place are added, we will get to know if it is possible for these to remain within the 9 rooms. Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I add all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 units would mean there is only room for 9 people only. What is the rule to be followed here? If a number is more than 9, that is, if it is 10 or more, then we have to make a group. So now I have to make a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is to be done with this group of 10? Because this is a group of 10, it cannot remain in this place. So then, where else can this be placed? It can be carried to this place, and the 2 can remain here, correct? So, why do we have to move the 10 to this place? This is like giving the 10 to the bank. You remember playing the bank game, right? While playing this game of addition, we will have to make a bank. If you give these 10 yellow cubes to the bank, you will get 1 blue rod in return. If these 10 yellow cubes try to get into this house, what will the people of the blue house say? They say, no, this is not possible. This is the place only for blue rods. No opportunity for you. So, let us give all these yellow cubes to the bank. When we go to the bank will give us 1 blue rod in return. In exchange to these yellow cubes, we got 1 blue rod. We can place the blue rod here, correct? It is not possible to place the blue rod in this position because this house allows only yellow cubes. So we gave 10 yellow cubes to the bank and received 1 blue rod. What should we be doing next? Just like what we did with the yellow cubes, we should count these blue rods of the tens place. Let us count them. What should we do with this blue rod? We got this blue rod because of carryover. that one blue rod can come down here. What is the general term we use for this? This is carryover. In this, the child can hold the carryover in its hand. It can touch it and feel it. We have always calculated the carryovers in our mind. But now we get to see a carryover as well as touch it. This is something that the children will enjoy while learning. As teachers, we should give this idea or technique to them. So now I have assembled all the tens, that is the existing tens and the carried over tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What should I do now? These 10 tens, there is no place after 9. So these 10 tens cannot be accommodated here. Let me count again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 tens. Correct? It is important that the children count and check this at least 2 or 3 times, because there are chances of giving 9 tens to the bank and getting a green plate in return. Or they might give away 11 tens, or the bank might not give the correct amount. So, the one who runs the bank, that is, in the group activity, one child has to run the bank and the others can do the counting. It should be made sure that everybody in the group is counting and recounting the numbers, giving correct change in the bank business. Even in everyday life, during a bank transaction, despite the cashier counting the amount, it is always advisable for us to recount the amount for our satisfaction. So, the same method or the pattern should be followed here too. I give these 10 tens to the bank. For these 10 blue rods, the bank will give a green plate. Where should I place it? Here or here? I should keep it here. So, this has been carried over, regrouped. This is the carryover. This is actually 100, not a 10. When I made a group of tens of 10, I got 100. Those hundreds will be assembled here. How many did we have here? 1, 2, 3. And carried over fourth. So 400 and 200 from the 267. Therefore, how many are there totally? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600s. So 345 added to 267. The answer we get is 610 and 12. 612. This is the sum of the problem. So, with this, we clearly understood the method of doing with carryover. That is a very clear idea. Moving ahead, let us try doing this using play money. The same numbers. First, let us assemble 345, 345, 300s. 45 is 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rupees. Now, the second number is 267. 100, 200s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens. And 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, we have to add again. When we use the base 10 blocks, we have seen that we will use the same process. We have to begin with the units place. We have to start from the units. Let us add this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 rupees. When we get 12, what should we do? We have to make a bundle of 10 1 rupees. We know the concept of money. Every day we use money. So, if we give 10 1 rupees to the bank, what do we get? So, we give it to the bank, and the bank gives us one note of 10 rupees. Why we had to regroup it? Because there was no room for more than 9 rupees. When the number exceeds 9 here, we make a stack of 10. We have to give it to the bank and get 10 rupees in return. Now, the 10 rupees that is taken from the bank should be placed here or here? It should be placed here, as this is the tens place. Observe this here. This place is reserved for carryovers. We will look at the same thing in the representation stage. So, in the tens place, we will be doing the addition, like what we did here. Let us put this together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tens. Whenever we get 10 things, we have to make a stack of 10. So, we have 1 10 and 10 tens. What should I be doing with the stack of 10? There is no room for that here. Can I place it here? Not possible. So, I will move this from here, take it to the bank and give it to the bank. What will the bank give in exchange? Here, when a teacher is demonstrating this, the bank will be with the teacher. But when the children are doing this, each group must have a banker. One student must be the banker always, and their job is to give change. When such positions are given, the children will also take pride in the fact that they have been given leadership and that they are given a good role in this game. From what we can see, they will also enjoy playing, and they also think it is fun. I'm having fun playing this game and learning. So, when I give the stack of 10 to the bank, I got 100 rupees in exchange. So, I will put it all these together. Let us count the number of notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hundreds. This number does not exceed 9. Therefore, there is no necessity to stack it and regroup it and give it to the bank. So, what answer did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hundreds. 10 and 2, that is 612. In this way, when we added 345 and 267, we got 612 as the sum in the concrete stage using the play money. Now, let us do the carryover addition using abacus. Let us do the carryover addition of 345 and 267. Let us see how to do it. Let us use the abacus. 345. You can keep the hundreds first. There is no necessity to start from the units always. As long as you are representing the number 345 correctly, it does not matter if you assemble the units first or the hundreds first, both are same. We have to put 4 tens, 40, 4 tens, and 5 units. 5 units. 345. 267. Where do we write it? Whatever is to be added has to be kept here according to the place value. 200 and 3 tens, 4, 5, 6 tens. 267, right? 1 unit, 2 units, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. 267. 345 and 267. So here I have taken the number of rings that are required for adding the numbers. This is the bank. Remember that the person who is doing the counting should not go and pick anything from the bank. The person who is assigned the responsibility of a banker or the student who is sitting in the banker's position, only that person has to touch this one. Because even we cannot go to a bank and put our hand inside the cashier's drawer, right? The job belongs to a banker and only a banker has to do the job. This rule has to be strictly followed here in the classroom as well. Otherwise, when the banker gives something and as the child picks something, there will be an unnecessary confusion created and the answer might come up with something other than 612. Now, shall we start adding these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. To this, we add all the other units. 6 units, 7 units, 8 units, 9 units. Oh, after 9, there is no room for another one. We know this already, that there are only 9 rooms in this house, that there is no space for a 10th person. There is no space, but 3 are still left here. What do we do? So, we can put them outside the house. How many are standing outside the house? The total number is 12. 9 have fit into the house. These 3 remaining are standing outside. So, they are outside the unit's house. What should be done next? Here in the unit's house, there is place for 9 or less than 9 only. What did we do in the base 10 block and the play money? We made one stack of 10. Let us make a group of 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 10 yellow rings or 10 units are given to the bank. What will the bank give me? I'm giving these to the bank. When I give them to the bank gave me one blue ring in return. What do we do with this blue ring? Shall we place it here? This blue has to be placed in this group and nowhere else. I already have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 blue rings. To that, I will add another and we have 5. And I will put in all the blue rings which are here. This place is full. So, these 2 will have to stand outside the house, right? This black thing is called the extension rod. This is used to make some room for the objects that have to wait outside. Totally, we have 10, 11. So, there are 11 tens. What do we do with the 11 tens? It is known that we have to make groups. So, how many groups of 10 rings have to be made? I have to make one group of 10. I am taking out 10 from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tens. I will give these 10 tens to the bank. And what will the bank give me? It will give me one green ring. In exchange for 10 blue rings, I got one green bead. I cannot put this green ring in this place. I have to put it here itself. 4, 5, 6 green rings. Here, the portion is correct as the number has not exceeded 9. So, totally, there are 6 hundreds, 110 and 2 units. That means 612. In this way, we can do carryover addition using the abacus. When we used the base 10 block, play money, and the abacus to calculate the sum of 345 and 267, we got 612 as the answer. Three teams have used different playthings or TLMs to solve the same problem. That means, what could be done with the TLMs? After one group uses this, it can be passed on to the other group. If the other group is done using the play money, it can be passed on to the next group. If the third group has the base 10 block, it can be given to the first group. In this way, we can rotate it. Each group will get a chance to touch each of the TLM, play with it, and gain a good experience of addition. This is the 5E, extend or elaborate stage. In this process, we solved the same problem using different TLMs. That means I got to arrange 345 in different ways, and also I got to do 345 plus 267 is equal to 612 using different learning tools. The children will have developed both these abilities. That is the ability to extend. This is how the addition with carryover can be done using various TLMs.